Welcome to our journey through the rich and diverse history of America. We begin with the stories of the first Americans, the indigenous peoples who thrived on this land for millennia before the arrival of Europeans. From the arrival of European explorers in the 15th century, a new chapter began. It's a story of triumph and tragedy, of resilience and reinvention, and it continues to unfold even today. Long before Columbus sailed the ocean blue, a vibrant mosaic of civilizations flourished across the Americas. The Aztecs, masters of trade and warfare, forged a powerful empire in central Mexico, while high in the Andes Mountains, the Inca created a vast empire connected by roads and suspension bridges that defied the rugged terrain. These were not merely scattered tribes but complex societies with their own stories of innovation, conflict, and cultural richness. The year is 1492. Christopher Columbus, an Italian explorer sailing for the Spanish crown, makes landfall in the Caribbean, forever altering the course of history. What he believed to be a shortcut to the East Indies was, in fact, a new world, teeming with possibility and peril. The lure of gold, glory, and the promise of new beginnings drew Europeans across the Atlantic. The arrival of Europeans brought not only the promise of new beginnings, but also the shadow of conflict, disease, and displacement that would forever change the face of America. Along the Atlantic coast, a string of 13 colonies took root, planted by the British Crown. From the rocky shores of Massachusetts to the fertile fields of Virginia, settlers carved out new lives, seeking religious freedom, economic opportunity, and the chance to build a new society. Yet, from these hardships, a distinct American identity began to emerge. But as the colonies prospered and pushed westward, tensions with the indigenous population grew. Chapter 4. The Fight for Freedom, the American Revolution. By the mid-18th century, the relationship between Great Britain and its American colonies had begun to fray. The cry of no taxation without representation echoed through the streets of Boston, a rallying cry against what colonists saw as unjust laws imposed by a distant king. The Boston Tea Party, an act of defiance against British tea taxes, became a flashpoint. The Declaration of Independence, penned by Thomas Jefferson, declared in elegant prose that these colonies were no longer content to be ruled from afar. Chapter 5. A Nation Divided, Expansion, and the Shadow of Slavery. Victory in the Revolutionary War secured independence for the fledgling United States, but the young nation faced enormous challenges. Westward expansion fueled conflicts with Native American tribes, pushing them further from their ancestral lands. The year 1861 marked the beginning of the bloodiest conflict in American history, the Civil War. Chapter 6. The Rise of a Powerhouse, Industrialization, and Global Influence. The 20th century dawned with America on the cusp of transformation. The Industrial Revolution, fueled by innovation and a seemingly endless supply of natural resources, transformed the United States into an economic powerhouse. From the ashes of World War I, America emerged as a global player, its military and economic might undeniable. Chapter 7. A Nation in Progress, the Modern Era and Beyond. The latter half of the 20th century witnessed a nation grappling with its identity. The Civil Rights Movement, led by figures like Martin Luther King Jr., challenged America to live up to its ideals of equality and justice for all. Today, the United States continues to grapple with challenges both old and new: economic inequality, racial tensions, climate change. The unfinished story. From ancient civilizations to the challenges of the 21st century, we've explored the tapestry of events that have shaped this nation. The story of America is a testament to the human spirit, its capacity for innovation, its resilience in the face of adversity, and its unwavering belief in the promise of a better tomorrow.